All right, everyone. So the new challenge is here. All right, we got a new one. It is Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman. So she starts out with 1100 attack and 1400 health. Her special is Sword of Athena. Wonder Woman's special attacks trigger health team gain, which provides 50% of the special attacks damage in healing. So this is pretty good, right? This is a card that's really, really worth getting. And I'd really like to get her. I don't know fully if we're going to be able to because of the fact that you have, Cyborg, Superman, and Aquaman. So there's a chance, a slight chance, that we end up buying actually packs for this game. I think it would be worth it just to get us started back into where we were, because right now we don't have Aquaman, we don't have Superman or Cyborg. But for the case of this, we're going to be beating, we're going to go ahead and beat Challenge 1, and we should be able to get Challenge 3, but we're not going to do that in this video. So let's start by, we could start out pretty easily, actually. Because what rank are these? They're all level 1. So I think we're going to put in, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to throw in Green Lantern. I'm going to put Sinestro in here as well, just for a little bit of a boost. Let's keep going. I think we might end up buying some challenge packs. I really do. Spend a little money, buy some challenge packs. I think that could be worth it for us. Just to, like I said, because we did restart. We started from scratch, and I'd like to be able to do these challenges. And the grind form is it's not terrible, right? I mean, I will say that. We've gotten pretty close already, but just for the sake of this channel, being able to show you guys the actual cards that come out, I think it's important that we end up opening some of these packs and figuring out what we need. So we're going to be doing that. Maybe we'll actually do that in, we could do it. Maybe we'll put out a second video today doing that, because I feel like it's something that's definitely worth doing, and we'll put that out after this. But I want to show you at least a little bit some of the steps you could take. If you've watched the channel so far, you've seen the steps you could take to get where you need to go as it pertains to just starting this over in 2026 and building through. It's very simple, actually, right? We showed you, if you saw how many coins we have right now, the reason for the coins that we do have is because of we finished, it was like in the silver category of the online tournament mode, right? That happens, I think, every week. It's like every 6 days it refreshes. So if you do that, you could get 50,000 credits. That means in like 2 weeks, if you're also playing the campaign, you're basically, halfway towards, or in 2 weeks you could get it, depending how far you go up it, right? You could be getting a challenge pack, and that could open up all of this. But for me, since we do run other channels, stuff like that, I'm just like, I don't know if we are going to be taking the time here to grind these out when I really want to be able to do these challenges quite easy and figure those out. The only problem is that I think if we buy, so if we get a ton of currency, which we may do, if we're able to get a ton of currency to kind of start this off, we're not really guaranteeing ourselves that we do get one of the needed cards, which is kind of a downside. But we'll probably open up challenge packs, I think, get some of those, and then we'll go from there. Because I do want to beef this up to a very good profile and pretty quick, because then I could show you guys a lot more of this game. That's just kind of part of what we're going to try to do. All right, let's see if we can hit this. I do love Cyborg is one of them, so we'll probably throw him in to whatever we do. Then it's just going to be about ranking those up, but we could do videos ranking those up. I just think part of the problem is that if I go through it fully without, just through this process, it's going to take a while. We're going to miss a lot of really cool challenges that I would like, and I think you guys would probably rather see us be able to complete these challenges and help you go from there. And we could still give a little bit of advice on how to do it without spending a cent on this game. And I do think, honestly, especially now that I'm playing it for the first time, like when I was first playing this years and years ago, I'm talking like 2014, right? When I was first playing this, I didn't fully understand the whole game, and so I didn't realize how you could stack up your team quick, but you can, right? Like, this is a game, unlike a lot of other mobile games, that you could play without spending a dime and actually be able to get very good cards. And I think it starts, if I was to say where it kind of begins and where you should start, it starts out with the challenges, right? Once you're able to complete a few of the challenges, you basically can complete all of the challenges after that as long as you have the necessary characters. Like, what I usually try to do is, if you get a gold that's really good, right? If you have a gold character that's really good, that character can then be in every lineup minus the ones where, you know, you can't have a silver or you have to have silver or bronze, right? But other than that, that card can be in the lineup. So it doesn't really matter what else you have. Like in this one, right? You need a Superman or an Aquaman or whatever it is. It's like, okay, well, you could still use that stacked card with an Aquaman, with a Superman. So you could find cheap ways to get the other cards through, whether it's, you know, opening packs that you get or whatever. And once you're able to do that, once you have at least a base set of the cards that are used, right, whether it's buying them through the store right away, whatever that is, once you do that, it becomes pretty easy to at least get through one challenge. Now, it does get a little bit harder to do. The second and third levels of this are much harder. So yes, that is tough, right? You're going to have to really be in for the grind to do the second and third. You're going to need more than one team, right? You can't just have one guy and beat those in most cases, but depending on how much you can rank up that card, and if you just wait when that challenge comes back around, that's all part of it. So I think what we're going to do is we'll open up some challenge packs. I want to get one or two really good packs, or at least one or two cards I could rank up and are really good from the challenge set, and then I'll figure out whether I think it's worth me buying using the coins we get to buy the Aquaman or whatever in case we don't get one, because I think they're about the price of a normal one. But I'll probably go for, like I said, the cheapest options regardless. I think that's much better because I want to be able to I want to be able to showcase to you guys what card you're even kind of going for, right? Is the card good? Is it worth you wasting your time doing that challenge? Because considering all these challenges use the same energy with this, right? They're all part of the same thing. Considering all of that, it becomes a situation. Oh fuck, I'm gonna get killed here. It becomes a situation where, you know, there's an argument to be made that grinding online is going to be better than going through the challenge if the card's no good. Now, if the card's good, that's a different story. But like, even the card they have on the online now, it seems pretty good to me. Would love to grind it, but I don't think our account is anywhere near what we're going to do. So we may buy some. Like I said, I'm still deciding, but I think I've kind of talked myself into it now. But the beauty of this game is that you don't need to. You definitely do not need to. If you're patient, which, because I have other channels and stuff like that, I really don't have time to do as much of it as I would like. If you're patient, you could get everything in this game you'll want for basically nothing. And it's not a grind that's not fun. Right? It's time consuming, but it's not. It's like you're playing online matches or going through the campaign, whatever it is. Right? So it's not a bad grind. And as you could see in just, what was this? You know, we've been playing this again for about a week or so, and we can already easily do these challenges on the first row, and probably even in that second row of, you know, we could definitely do all the second row ones if Aquaman wasn't there. Like, you just can easily build up your account quick. And once you get that one gold, because honestly for us it'd be probably a day or two, and then we could get enough to get a challenge pack without spending any money, because we do have 90k already. So if you think of it in those terms, you could very quickly, without having to buy a single pack, with real money. I do think, you know, as I've played this game longer and longer, the more I've realized that it actually very much is not a terribly pay-to-win game. Because so many of these mobile games, it's not just like you can buy stuff. So many of these mobile games are, if you do not buy, you can't even get some of the cards. In this game, this challenge setup they have, I think it's brilliant. Because it's really not a crazy barrier. Once you get through the first barrier of entry, which is you just need a good enough gold card to get you through, and you probably need a silver team to get you through the other one. But once you get past that, you every week can get one of the challenge cards, and they're all pretty good. And it doesn't matter how many times you get a card because you can always keep upgrading it, right? Unless you're someone who kind of has everything, and then I guess the challenges become a little bit less fun. But for me, that would be it's going to take years, right, for that to be the case. And I don't even know if you do they give you like a ton of credits? They might. I would love if we pulled Dark Side, dude. I missed that Dark Side on my old account. That Dark Side is just awesome. Shoot. I'm going to look after this too. I just want to see because I would love to get cheap Supermans. I would love to get cheap. I don't think there's really a cheap Superman though. Is there a I don't think there's a bronze Aquaman either, which kind of sucks, but. Problem is, I also wish that the rewards for your WB account don't actually work, I guess, anymore. Because I was trying that the other day. Because you could get a lot of you could get a Bane, and I've already completed a lot of those challenges, but they don't work. So it doesn't work anymore. That kind of annoys me a little because that would be huge. I could already get a Bane. I can get a Superman. The only ones that work are the ones that are in the in-game ones. I tried to do that thing where you rate the game. That didn't work. That was kind of annoying. We may lose this here. Hope not. Yes, thank God. Oh, we were close to losing. Holy crap. We just got a bunch of energy cards. Now, how close are we to the end of this? We're getting there. All right, we should definitely... So, before we do that, though... So, we already have Cyborg. We got that. So, the next one is Aquaman. Now, if we come over to Aquaman... Where are you at, buddy? Are you even on here? I could have sworn there was an Aquaman card in here. No? Look at the Supermans, too. I could have sworn Aquaman was in here when I was looking last time. No, he's not. But you can get Cyborg. So now if we go to the store really quick. Like, there's this. Like, I could get that. Oh, there's a higher appearance chance. So there's no way for you just to get Aquaman, huh? That kind of sucks. It's like, how much is... So $100 is 1.5 million. And I guess we could try for... Aquaman, but the problem... I don't trust this. I would prefer to go a much different direction than that. I thought for sure you could just get one out of here. Did they pull... They didn't pull it out, right? Now, you can get Cyborg for pretty cheap, so that's a plus. That really sucks. I could have sworn I saw Aquaman in here. Terrible. Terrible we couldn't do that. Maybe there's a way you can get them elsewhere, but that kind of stinks. That really stinks. I mean, that means I really need to pull an Aquaman, huh? We really, really need to pull that Aquaman. I think we'll probably buy the Superman pack at some point just to get one of them. Unless we pull it. But I kind of wanted to just buy the cards we need because I don't want to root for those cards to come out because I kind of want, like, you know, the dark sides and stuff like that. So and I think there's a chance there's a bronze version of Aquaman, or not a bronze version, I think there's a chance there's a silver version of Aquaman, and then if that's the case, then we could wait to pull it after we beat some of the other missions. I think there is. Can't remember though. I do remember the gold one being a lot better. But like I said, you don't like it for these things. You don't necessarily need the best gold characters. And the thing that sucks is I had basically all of these characters when we were in the old account, you know. Nice. We're kind of going right through this. I guess we could throw other cards in there too, just to make sure we finish this out. So I would like to get this challenge done with. Damn it. This Wonder Woman card seems very good. So that kind of gets me excited for it. Especially, it looks like it can buff your team, which is crazy. That's the thing. The challenge cards give you those more than anything, right? Like, it's not that the base cards in the game are bad, but they don't give you the same abilities. Like, that ability is crazy, right? Half of whatever damage you do goes back at health to your team, which is huge because how many times, you know, especially for punching above your weight and beating teams you shouldn't beat, well, you could just be healing, especially you could get that card stacked up, right? Have it really powerful and fully heal your cards on your bench just by using the second, you know? So I don't want to let this one slip away. And I think if we start, as cool as it would be to track just starting from the beginning, I think most people don't really care about that. You care a little bit more about seeing some of these best cards in action, right? We might lose this. I hope we don't, but we may. No, we've been pulling out wins somehow. I think what I might do, because this is, I'm just going to throw a Nightwing in here just to make sure we win these, so we don't have to redo. And don't forget, too, the free bronze and silver packs you do get from going through this, those can give you the necessary cards, right? Like, if I believe there's a silver Aquaman, if there is, I could get it through one of those packs. You could get Cyborg. Actually, I think, didn't we get Cyborg through the bronze pack? I think we might have. So, like, that stuff is big. And there might even be an Aquaman in the campaign, if I'm being honest. Because I want this channel to be worth watching, you know? And if I had time to really play it as much as I would like to, you know, sit on online and go through the whole character set, it would be a little bit different. I wouldn't even waste my time, you know, spending more money on it. At least so far, that would be the path for me, if I was to do it that way. Which is just sit there, and do the online the most. You could do the campaign too, but the online, like the amount of money you can get if you could finish in those top spots. Or actually, not even the top spots. Like, we didn't play it a ton, and we were in enough to get, I think it was 50K. That's crazy. Now, if you're able to get in the top 1% or higher, like they have a new gold card you can get straight up. That's also pretty darn good. That's worth getting. Then you have the survivor mode and stuff like that. I think that's good for getting gear. So there's just so much you could do. All right, let's just put some. We'll put Grundy in here, and we'll finish off the last Sinestro card there. Yeah, we don't even have a third super move, so we're good. Well, I guess these guys are starting to have more health. But think about it. The gold card that you get for this would be more powerful than every card we have right now at its level 1. Then I think only Bane might be stronger than it. Think about that. That's how much gold cards improve your lineup. I think starting with a good base, the packs we'll open are definitely the challenge packs. Even though that might actually limit my ability to get the Aquaman we want, but I just don't feel the need to. If that stops us from getting Wonder Woman, fine. I'll take my lumps on that one. I'm gonna wait, but we may also get a Superman pack if we don't get a Superman out of the thing. Figure why not, right? Might as well. Good shit, Nightwing. Okay, so we completed all of that. Our next video is going to probably be us opening up a ton of packs. Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman. Go get her. Thank you all for watching.